Robert James Fischer, known to the world simply as Bobby Fischer, was born on March 9, 1943, in Chicago, Illinois, USA, to Regina Fischer, a schoolteacher, and Hans Gerhard Fischer, a German biochemist. His early life was marked by hardship, as Fischer's parents separated when he was young, and his father remained largely absent. Fischer's mother moved the family to Brooklyn, New York, where Bobby's genius for chess began to take shape. At the age of 6, Fischer was introduced to chess by his mother, who purchased a chess set for him. Initially, Fischer showed little interest, but by the age of 7, his passion for the game was ignited. He taught himself the moves and began playing at the local chess clubs. Fischer's talent was evident, and by age 9, he had already begun competing in local chess tournaments. His quick grasp of the game's intricacies and his ability to calculate several moves ahead left his opponents in awe. At age 13, Fischer's chess prowess began to be recognized on the national stage. He became the youngest player ever to win the United States Chess Championship in 1957, at the tender age of 14. This was a watershed moment in Fischer's career, and it established him as one of the rising stars of the chess world. His victory earned him the title of International Master, the highest title he could achieve at the time, and set the stage for his future rise to the pinnacle of the game. Fischer's upbringing in New York City played a crucial role in shaping his competitive nature. He frequently visited the Marshall Chess Club, where he honed his skills and competed against some of the best chess players in the city. Fischer was known for his intense concentration, solitary nature, and unrelenting drive to improve, qualities that would define his career in the years to come. Career peak and major achievements. Fischer's career truly took off in the early 1960s. By the time he was 15, Fischer had already defeated several highly ranked players and earned a reputation for his precision and tactical brilliance. In 1964, he became the youngest ever to be ranked among the top players in the world. Fischer's rise was meteoric, and he quickly emerged as a contender for the world chess title. Fischer's 1964 performance at the Varna Chess Olympiad in Bulgaria was a milestone in his career. He led the U.S. team to a gold medal and earned an individual gold medal for his outstanding performance on the first board. It was during this time that Fischer's play began to exhibit not only his incredible tactical ability but also his strategic depth. He was quickly becoming a force to be reckoned with in the chess world. Fischer's most famous rise came in 1972, when he challenged the reigning world chess champion, Boris Spassky of the Soviet Union, in what is arguably the most famous match in chess history. The World Chess Championship of 1972 was more than just a battle for the title. It became a political and ideological contest, symbolizing the Cold War rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union. The match, held in Reykjavik, Iceland, was a dramatic clash between two contrasting personalities. Fischer, who was a loner and intensely private, took on Spassky, a calm and experienced champion. Fischer's style was aggressive, tactical, and marked by innovative strategies, while Spassky's style was more classical. The match was full of drama, with Fischer often making headlines for his behavior. He forfeited a game over a dispute about the camera placement but bounced back to win several crucial games. The 1972 World Championship became a true spectacle, and Fischer emerged victorious, winning the title 12.5-8.5 after 21 games. Fischer's victory was a triumph not only for him personally but also for the United States, which had not held the title in over 2 decades. Fischer became a national hero, and his win in Reykjavik helped spark a renewed interest in chess in the United States. Fischer's innovative approach to the game, especially his opening theory, made an indelible mark on chess literature and strategy. His ideas on the King's Indian defense, Ruy Lopez, and English opening changed the way chess was played at the highest levels. Fischer's win in 1972 catapulted him to international fame, and he became the first American to hold the title of World Chess Champion. His success was a culmination of years of dedication, intellectual rigor, and a singular passion for the game. Fischer's ability to calculate deeply, his sharp opening repertoire, and his aggressive tactics made him one of the most formidable players to ever grace the chessboard. Decline and controversies. Fischer's reign as world champion, however, was short-lived. After his victory over Spassky, Fischer became increasingly reclusive and increasingly critical of the chess establishment. he became embroiled in disputes with the World Chess Federation, FID, which he accused of corruption and mismanagement. In 1975, Fischer was set to defend his title against Anatoly Karpov, a rising star from the Soviet Union, but the match was marred by disputes over the conditions. Fischer demanded unrealistic conditions, such as reduced time limits and a larger prize fund, and ultimately refused to defend his title. Karpov was declared world champion by default. This marked the end of Fischer's career at the pinnacle of chess. He had effectively withdrawn from competitive chess and had little to do with the chess world for many years afterward. His withdrawal from the game and refusal to defend his title left many chess fans and analysts bewildered. Fischer's decision to retire at the peak of his career remains one of the great mysteries in the world of sport. While many attributed it to Fischer's eccentric personality and refusal to compromise, others speculated that his paranoia about the Soviet chess establishment and the increasing commercialization of chess had made him disillusioned with the game he once dominated. During the late 1970s and early 1980s, Fischer lived in relative obscurity, moving from place to place. He reportedly lived in the Philippines, Japan, and Hungary, and his reclusiveness only added to his mystique. In 1981, Fischer resurfaced briefly when he was arrested in Japan for passport violations, which led to his detention and eventual deportation to the United States. However, Fischer chose not to return to America, and his life outside of chess became increasingly erratic and isolated. Final years and legacy. Fischer's final years were marked by his controversial and often bizarre behavior. In the 1990s, Fischer made a brief return to the public eye when he played a rematch against Boris Spassky, the man he had defeated in 1972. This rematch took place in Yugoslavia in 1992, and despite his long absence from the chessboard, Fischer managed to defeat Spassky again, winning the match 10-5. However, this return was marred by legal and political complications, as Fischer violated U.S. sanctions against Yugoslavia by participating in the event, leading to further tension with the U.S. government. Fischer's behavior became more erratic in the subsequent years. He made numerous anti-American and anti-Semitic statements, including calling the 9/11 attacks an inside job and making disparaging remarks about Jews, despite his own Jewish heritage. Fischer's controversial views, coupled with his increasingly eccentric personality, tarnished his once pristine image as a chess genius. His public persona became polarizing, and he became a figure more associated with conspiracy theories and political radicalism than with chess. Fischer's death on January 17, 2008, in Reykjavik, Iceland, after a long battle with health problems, marked the end of an extraordinary and tumultuous life. He was 64 years old. Despite his controversial behavior in his later years, Fischer is widely regarded as one of the most gifted and innovative players in the history of chess. Fischer's impact on the world of chess remains immeasurable. His victory in 1972 sparked the chess boom in the United States and brought the game into the public consciousness. His aggressive, innovative play revolutionized opening theory, and his deep understanding of the game remains a reference for players worldwide. Fischer's influence on the game of chess is still felt today, and his legacy continues to inspire generations of chess players. Bobby Fischer's story is one of brilliance, eccentricity, triumph, and controversy. He remains an icon in the world of chess, a symbol of both its intellectual allure and the human complexities that accompany genius.